now I want to run through how to mix up the Superfood mask. So I suggest doing this following your application of coconut water. So we take off, give your skin a bit of a feed, and then what we're going to do is we're going to apply a nutrient dense mask that's going to draw out impurities, but it's really going to feed the cells in your skin and also your microbiome, your skin microbiome, which is really important for protecting your skin and keeping it healthy and happy. So what we have in our with our Superfood mask is we have the base Superfood powder, which is fine to use on its own, but for added vitamin C and other nutrients, we're going to add camu powder. So I'm going to do that today. I just want to show you how my skin looks afterwards, because it tends to make my skin a little bit red, but I want to show you that it's actually okay. It's just the vitamin C working. Sometimes I don't always do the camu. I don't always add that to it, depending how I feel and how my skin is at the time. I always do this before bed. I don't think it's wise to do first thing in the morning before you go out, because you don't know what it's going to bring out. And it's also good, by giving your skin these nutrients, it's good to send it off to sleep, and the cells in your skin can actually benefit from the food you've just given it. So you take your little mixer jar, we add a small amount of the powder. You really don't need much. Like all my products, tiny bit goes a long way. This product here would last you well over a year of regular use. It just lasts so long. So now I'm going to add a tiny bit of camu. Not a lot. It's very potent in vitamin C. And as I was saying earlier, the vitamin C makes your skin red and hot. And I think that if you really overdid it, you could do not some damage, but I think it's just best to show caution with it. So the good thing about spirulina, which is in the base powder, is it acts as an anti-inflammatory and soothing. So it's a good mix to go with the camu. So now I'm going to add just a few drops of water. Now part of the main reason of not having this come as with water in it is because if I did, I'd need to add a preservative, which preservatives are really bad for your skin. They kill your microbiome, and pretty much all of the preservatives on the market for skincare products get quite a bad safety rating. There are some out there, but I prefer not to add anything because I make products for people with sensitive skin, so obviously the least I can put in there, the better. So I'm just going to give that a little mix now. Now if you find it's too runny, add a little bit more powder. That might be a tiny bit runny. I'm going to add the tiniest little bit more of the green powder. You want it to be a really thin paste. Now this will keep up to a week in the fridge, so you can get 2 masks out of one mix, but I wouldn't leave it any longer than that because there's no preservatives and it's best not to leave it too long. You'll know, you really will know, trust me, if it's past its use by date. So basically we take the mask, apply it to our face as you would any other mask, avoiding the delicate eye area around, because you don't want to draw moisture out from there for obvious reasons. So after you apply this, you want to leave it for between 5 minutes, depending on your skin type, maybe up to half an hour. Will go dry and tight. So if it starts getting too uncomfortable, please by all means remove it. But the aim of this is to allow your skin to absorb the wide range of nutrients and enzymes in this beautiful mask. So obviously if you leave it on for a little bit longer, your skin's got a better chance of absorbing them. I'm going to do my neck as well. Actually, maybe not today. You can do your neck though, I advise doing it. Okay, I'm going to let this dry and we'll come back. Actually, that looks there a little bit too thin. I'm going to make it a bit thicker. The thicker it is, the more it's going to draw out. There we go. We'll let that dry and come back and see what I look like afterwards. So I'm now going to remove the mask. I've had it on for about 5, maybe 7 minutes. It's feeling a bit tight. There's a slight amount of tingling going on. So now's a really good time to take it off. So the tingling is just from the vitamin C. I expect my skin to be slightly red from the Camo, the vitamin C in it does make my skin quite red. When I first started to use Camo on my face, I had a bit of a freak out thinking I've reacted, but turns out I haven't. It's just what the vitamin C does. It seems to, I'm not sure, I think it's flushing extra blood to your skin cells or something. But fear not, it's fine, it's perfectly fine. But if you find it is too much for your skin, then by all means reduce the amount. So ideally you would do this over a basin. Today we're doing it over a bowl. So even though you can see my skin's a little bit red, it's looking really quite clear. So the nutrients in the ingredients in the Superfood mask are very diverse. There's a whole range of vitamins in there that your skin needs, like vitamin A, vitamin C, there's proteins, there's enzymes, there's all sorts of goodness. It's taken me quite a while to develop a mask that I'm happy with, and I have to say I absolutely love this. And it doesn't dry your skin too much. A lot of masks out there, especially commercial ones that you get at the pharmacy, have so many chemicals in them. For me, I could never actually use them. They instantly irritate my skin. I found it very difficult to find a mask that I was able to use. So I'm glad that I've created this for other people with sensitive skin so you can enjoy it too. There we go, I've taken the mask off. My skin isn't as red as it often is. Maybe if I'd left it a little bit longer it would have gotten redder. But the vitamin C's brought a little bit of a red tinge. It's quite warm, my skin. Like I said, it's nothing to fear. Nothing wrong with it. So with the mask, I really wouldn't recommend doing it any more than once a week unless you have really, really oily skin. Like everybody's skin is different, but if you do it too much, you're going to be drying your skin out, and we really don't want that. We need our skin nourished and nurtured. If you withdraw the moisture out of it too much, then you're going to be damaging it and damaging the skin microbes, as I said earlier, which need to protect us. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to follow the mask with some more coconut water. So you can see my skin is quite red now from where the vitamin C was, but that's okay, as I said. So by following it with coconut water, we're going to cool the skin down again. If you find you really don't enjoy the redness, just know that it's not essential. There is still vitamin C in the base Superfood mask, so it's not an essential thing. But vitamin C is really, really good for skin regeneration and collagen production. So it's an essential vitamin for all our bodies, but your skin really, really loves it. So if you do this before bed, the next step is to again put on some MSM scrub. Now the reason we do this is partly to add some moisture back into our skin, but also because MSM, when mixed with vitamin C, is an incredibly powerful combination.